8 of the National Football League. And the focus is on Najee Harris. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Steelers and the Jags. All that and more coming up next.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions, didn't throw a touchdown pass, team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
Play action. It's Lawrence. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley,
and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. A short throw there to Strange.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, 1st down. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week.
15 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Fighting through, he's got space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Lawrence.
And that's incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Harris starts the drive on the ground to about the 48-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Pickett. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
The Steelers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball and get things done early. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So a pretty good opening drive and to make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And a hard-working run run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he that he's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss, gets his confidence back up, and who knows, they may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 3-3, a tight one after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A short throw there to Strange.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
First, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
On second down, here's Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. ETN up the middle.
And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Lawrence. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Here's the former Jaguar, Allen Robinson.
His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Pickett back to throw. Got his man. It's Warren.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Looking to throw, Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls get through goalposts.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Lawrence will throw.
He completes it to Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
His throw incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's a give to Etienne. Nice move at the 40. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 74 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Still going inside the 20.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. That one goes for 24 yards.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 3 yards out.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
McManus's point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Kenny Pickett and the Steelers ready to work once again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. On the give, this is Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down.
And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive.
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
This ball caught by Strange.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So thanks to the late field goal.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the ground, it's Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Back to throw, Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Harris is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but they end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They run for it with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll go again with Etienne. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Lawrence. That is caught. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 17 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye! And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Allen Robinson, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Calvin Ridley and the Jaguars back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Farrell.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would like to give their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This will be fielded at the 17. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Pickett right back to the air again. He's got this to Pickens.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the run.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still 2nd down.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And now look at this. Big gain by fumble. And the Jags grab it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
This is caught. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down, here's Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there. With a 2nd
Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Lawrence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at the 33. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Get in right now, boys. That's 6.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Now Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield.
Call it no gain there on the first down play. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And to throw again is Lawrence.
He completes it to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Lawrence will throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's now his second interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Well, this was a very